Hello, good morning or good evening or good whatever time it is with you. I am very late uploading this update. Stafford was actually nearly a month ago now. Yeah, we've been moving house over the last 2 weeks, and before that I didn't have the video footage, so I had to wait until we were kind of settled in. But here today we observe my first ever event with Tranquil Soldier, Lewi, and my first proper event of the season with Leo. Only sometimes. So Lewi was on the Saturday and Leo was on the Sunday. So this was Lewi's dressage test. There are some pictures of him in the various movements. So free walk on a long rein, canter, give and retake, canter, I think canter again on the other rein, free walk, and then leaving the arena. Then we have a show jumping video for him, so thank you Mum for recording that. This first fence was fence 3 though, so you can see how it ended up on his neck a bit. Honestly, we haven't jumped up to height much together. We've done a lot of practice at lower heights, so I think I'm not fully used to sitting to his jump yet. So you could see a couple of fences ago we did just have the one pole there, and this was a related distance. I think it's a 5 or 6 stride. I think I did 5 on both horses though. It was the same course for the second day. So just get your canter leg right and go around. That was to fence 8, which is another double. And fence 9. So then we set off, so we just leave it. Yeah, kept that on. So here's some pictures as well that David Shaw took, so thank you David for these. So you can kind of see that was the fence where I got jumped off. That's fence 7. I like that picture a lot, so thanks again. The double, fence 8. It was a bit tight coming into that. And then when we set off cross country, I think the starter had spooked him, and I'll just keep talking about this through the beginning of Leo's test. So yeah, he basically set off, kind of bolted with me, and we went over the first 3 fences, and I decided it was best to retire. Because of how hard the ground has been with the drought, it's been very difficult to get in the training that we needed to get in. So we ended up with a 35.5 dressage, which I know we can definitely improve on that. He definitely tensed up before we went into the ring. We had just the 1 down show jumping. I was very happy with the show jumping. 4 faults is a good round for me. And yeah, then the cross country obviously could have been better, but hopefully we'll get training now, and hopefully we can finish next time. So this is Leo's dressage test you're watching. So this was the next morning. It was late morning I think, but we'd been up very, very early for Lewi. So I was absolutely delighted with Leo's test. He had 7.5s and 8s for a lot of these movements. It was the BE100 test for both of the horses. His free walk could have done with some improvement. When I look back on it, it looks a little hurried. So far everything, the trot work I was exceptionally happy with. It received mostly 8s. Then the weaker parts were his canter work, which as you can tell, he actually did stumble on the left rein canter. But I have chopped parts out of the test where nothing really happens, you know, but that was one of the parts that did get chopped out. So thank you to Tom for recording Leo's things. You can see I was very happy again with that trot. It was a lovely trot for Leo. He's getting 8s. I've got a new dressage tutor and she's doing absolute wonders with me and Lewi, and it's all reflecting back onto Leo. So there is actually a canter give and retake across X there, but because of the camera you can't really see it fully, but oh well. That's why he did hurry a little bit after that, so we're going to have to work on keeping his canter more consistent as well. And just coming down the centre line now to finish the test. This was again one of his weakest movements because I think he actually sidestepped at the end. If you watch closely, you can see he sort of drifts left there. Yeah. Never mind, right? So then we'll be going on to Leo's show jumping. Oh, Leo scored a 28.3 dressage, which that's our personal best. I'm absolutely delighted with that. Still am. I'm ecstatic he actually got that. So here we are going into the show jumping ring. I thought it was quite neat looking. It was the first time I've actually ever taken my jacket off, and I have a brand new jacket as well for this season, so it was kind of sad. Now Leo's show jumping round, he does have 2 down, you can see which one's in a minute. So that's fence 1 and 2. I was absolutely, again, delighted with the way that he jumped his round. He looks calm, he looks collected almost at times. There was fence 1 that went down. I did exactly the same mistake on Lewi the day before, and as a result that went down too. He just flattened on the approach and I obviously didn't hold him enough. And then 6 and 7. He did see a stride down there, so I let him go, and he did again the same strides as Lou. And then over this double, which actually looks huge in the photos. And number 9. So yeah, that was the show jumping. And then we set off. Oh gosh. So we set off cross country, and the ground was pretty well prepared by the Stafford team, so thank you for that. And yeah, we just took it steady because he hasn't really done many events. Well, this was his first proper event really. We went to Clonmel, but as you know we didn't run cross country, so this was his first cross country round of the season, which is awful because it's halfway through the season already, you know. But things happen. And anyway, we went off and had a really, really nice feeling clear, and we had 14 time faults, I think, which then pushed us down from like a high top 5 placing to 11th. We were actually 10th on the written boards, and I didn't think the scores could change after that, but someone disputed and then their 20 penalties got removed, which put them in the top 10 and pushed me out of the top 10. So I was quite sad about that, because it would have been really nice to have had our first 100 placing, but at the same time I'm really happy that that's the best placing we've ever had at 100, and I think if it hadn't have been for the hot weather, more people would have ran, and with the time faults we had, then we wouldn't have been anywhere near getting placed anyway. But again, on a cooler day I would have asked him to go a bit faster because he was fit enough to have. I just didn't want to push him with the heat, you know. So thank you for watching and listening. I will be next competing, hopefully, at Summerford this weekend on the Saturday with Leo, but he's on the waitlist still. I know a lot of people got taken off the waitlist. I don't know whether they withdrew or whether they got in, but we shall see what happens with that. And then after that it will be Clonmel, which is the weekend after next, so I'm looking forward to that too. So thank you for listening. It's A-level results day in 2 days. Yay! See you all soon. Bye!